Hello ladies and boys and girls, and welcome back to Let's Play Factorio, where at the moment I'm looking at the red circuit situation. I mean, we are chucking out red circuits and we're doing great on red circuits as a whole. I am noticing though it is not making it all the way down, which means that at the moment the flow through here is just too slow to reach all the way down. However, in all honesty, I've decided I'm not going to change it, because when I get the blue belts, I'll just blue belt it and then it'll be fine. I mean, I think I can actually make blue belts already, so I could start making blue belts and blue belting it. I don't need to blue belt it at the moment, so I'm not going to panic about it. And we are making more than enough red circuits to keep us happy. I am going to make a copy of this and basically repeat it. The thing I'm going to change will be that I will simply bring the line the other way out, so as it sort of becomes a pair. And hopefully that will be fine. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to come through and get rid of a whole bunch of this right here, if I can, without actually hitting too many trees along the way. Am I somehow running nanobots? I am. Nanobots are using my stuff to use that. And this is the only problem with doing this in all these trees without clearing it. I could have just cleared the trees. To be honest, I don't know why I didn't. Let's just say, right, you get rid of that and you get rid of that, and that will hopefully get rid of all those bits. Now here, I will need to rework out what's going through, because I'll need to bring this out the other way and basically say, right, this will be going through here. And you see, this is where things don't quite work as they should, because it's a ghost. It goes like that. And this will need to go down here. This will need to effectively come into here, but as I haven't swapped the sides of the things, it's going to need to be a little bit more funky. So what you can do is do this, and we'll just over under it and do it that way. That'll be fine. That will work. It's a slightly different setup. It's not quite as simplistic. We could have just swapped the lines, but then we have to swap all the inserters, and I don't want to do that. You'll notice as well, I'm not looking anywhere near as bad on red belt. I did leave it run a little while, but also I saw that we were basically low on gears for red belt. So that's where I started. Basically, I went up and fixed the whole gear situation up there for red belt. Now, the thing we need to look at first is what we need for blue circuits. Blue circuits, we need sulfuric acid, red circuits, and green circuits. So I think I'm also going to need to double up the green circuit situation. Red circuits, 2 red circuits, not too bad. Sulfuric acid. So let's just slap one down. I'm not even sure if I can make it in these, or whether I'm going to have to start making these, because I don't have those on me at the moment. So I might have to go and run off and start making those in a factory, because I'm not sure if this one can kick out blue circuits at all. Circuits, please. Where are the circuits? Circuits. You can make blue circuits, but yeah, it does seem. It does. I would think 3 is probably the way to go because the processing time is quite high. So what I might do is let's have a look. What does it take to make these speed modules? Oh god. And to make speed modules takes circuits, and quite a lot of them. So that's going to start chewing up a serious amount of circuits right there. Taking speed modules, because it takes 4 speed modules just to make one assembler. I mean, this one is crafting time is 1.25. What's the crafting time on that? Is crafting speed is 0.75. So the crafting time is significantly faster. Okay. So 1, I'm going to need to pipe sulfuric acid down here. 2, I'm going to go and need to get the next grade of assemblers being made. So let's go and get the next grade of assemblers being made. The other thing I've just noticed as I'm heading up through is we're not getting the red circuits we need up here because this system, these aren't going up into this system, and we're not getting enough copper up here, so we need to bring copper in by the looks of it down the bottom, and we need to combine this line in with this system here. So let's start off by just plopping this guy in, give us as much space as possible. Let's put that one in, and then we're probably going to need to figure out quite how we're going to do this. Let's do it this way. Let's bring this guy in like that, and we'll bring it forward one. This one we will take from here to from here to here, and then we should just be able to join them in. And there we go. In it goes. And then that's going to start drawing from our circuits down the bottom, which will be good because we'll have a lot more red circuits available, which we're going to need if we're going to start crafting a whole bunch of speed modules up here. So let's have a look here what we're making and where. Where are we making the assembler? I don't actually see where we're making assemblers. Assemblers must be further down here. Because we did have a sort of mal zone going on here of sorts. Right down here somewhere. Where are assemblers being made? I can see though the pipes. I can see up here we've got all the splitters. Ah, here we are. Here we are. Assemblers are being made right there. So for this we're gonna need to get 2 in here somewhere. 2 factories. We're gonna need to get 1 and 2 like that. So you are gonna be making assembling machines Mark III, and we'll probably upgrade both of these in a minute because this is gonna be slow. And you are going to take machines from here. And then what else do you need? You only need the actual, whatchamacallits, the doobry firkins. Yes, those firkin doobries. So I think I might change this up slightly to try and make life a little bit easier. So what I'm going to do is take this off, get rid of a whole bunch of this, draw off from here, and bring this out over. So this one, there we go, we'll bring that one in from over here, and then I don't have to worry about that line. This is why the bus is here. So that will easily enough do that. I mean, I can do the same here with the steel if I need more space. But the idea is I can squeeze in at least... Well, if I can squeeze 2 in, like that, that will probably be enough. So then I bring this one down. The thing is, will this belt move fast enough? Because we are going to be chewing through these. So this is going to be speed module blue, and I'm going to copy that across, and then these are going to come this way to here, and this one is going to grab them. So let's chuck that in there and that in there. That's not going to work. It's a pain. What about if I put it there? Nope, still no. Okay, so let's put this one here and this one here. That'll be fine. You can output there and you can output there. And yeah, this is going to be slow. Because it's going to chuck them out. So what we're going to probably need to do is, as soon as we get the first couple of those, we're going to need to start upgrading factories. Because if we upgrade this one, that's going to craft it. That one's craft speed is, it says 15 seconds, but it's not. It's less than 15 seconds. So the one thing we haven't done yet is we need to put in a provider chest. And we need to say, yeah, we want a stack of those. Just a stack should be plenty. How many have we done of the others? Yeah. In fact, because they're so slow to build, I'm actually going to put 2 stacks in, which is a lot. But their slow build time might hurt us if we don't do that. So then I'm going to stick that in. I mean, what I could do yet is literally put another factory in here, pipe those through, and have 3 of those coming out. It depends, really. I think I am going to do that. I wonder, can I just straight bypass this with a red all the way through? Enough that I can just do it that way. Fine, excellent. I'll take it, and we'll put that one there, and then we can just red belt that over to there and cheat the system completely, like so, and like so. Boom. And as long as we've done this, we should be able to get all that in and working, and that should have plenty of time. And you are going the wrong way, and you can be a yellow. There's just no need for you to be anything else. And there we go. We now have 3 of these, and it is building slowly but surely. So with that, we can then put these on our logistics bar and say 45 and 50. Thank you very much. We'll put those back down here, so we've got them if we need them. and logistics will arrange for us to get the rest as and when they get built. Okay, so the other thing I realized I needed to do as a temporary measure at least, and this is, we'll go into map mode for this, we'll see how we're going on the trains. We'll suddenly see this one start to have to chuck out a lot more ore, because I remembered that one of the things we're really short of is copper, and that is actually slowing up production over here, and it's slowing up production over here, so we need to fix that. And at the moment we're making vast amounts of copper over here. We can probably make more if we need to, so that is going to be coming out of here. I've got to admit, now my understanding was that it took 24 of those to fill a belt. Maybe that's a blue belt, but I mean, this belt is going maximum speed, and yeah, it's just filling up. So what is going on here? Okay, that is not working. Okay, so we need to go back and fix that. Yeah, it's not running. My understanding was it took 24, but that must be for a maximum speed blue belt, so maybe we'll need to be blue belting those eventually as well, which blue belting is an expensive process, so it should be done with a, you know, care, or at least, you know, caution. You shouldn't, there's no reason to overdo blue belting. It should be used where it needs to be used. But right, that should now, I've got all this copper now going into the circuits here as extra circuits. All of this will now run up over this way and into our system, which is still yellow belt on the main bus. I've literally just red belted it up to there to make sure we're providing plenty of copper through, and that is now on the way, so that should work and get plenty going through. I was going to double up the green circuits, but I just don't see the need right now. We're not hammering the green circuits that hard just yet. We probably will be, but we're not hammering it that hard at the moment. But as you see, even with this belt running at absolute full tilt, we're not even halfway down a stack here. So, and that belt is running absolute full tilt. So that would need to be blue belt in order for that to go that much faster. Right, we've got enough here for ridiculous numbers of red circuits if we need. Now we need to work out what I'm going to do to make blue circuits. So blue circuits needed sulfuric acid. Green circuits and red circuits. How many green and how many red? 20 green and 2 red. So 2 red is not very much, so that can sort of go on the outside, I'm tempted to say. So let's have a think how we can do this with... So what I'm thinking is you build like this, he says. So you build like that. You put a pipe in here, and in here, and that's going to be, and that's going to be your sulfuric acid, and this is also going to be where you output your circuits onto the line. And then, I'm sorry if you can, if you're hearing my younger child, my older child is trying to entertain my younger child, even though I have the door closed. He's not the quietest. So you might be picking that up in the background. But right, then we'll run green circuits down here and red circuits, which I'm going to make yellow because there's not going to be that many required, down here. So 20 of those is going to be massive. You're going to need 20 of them, for which we'll probably go blues. At the moment it takes 2, so that's going to be 10 swings of that, and each swing takes about half a second. So that should be almost enough. I'm saying half a second because it's got to go basically back and forth, and that's 360, and it says 800 and something. If you look, 864, so 2 times 360 is 720, so it should be able to do it. So that should be able to do that in 10 seconds. But you got to remember, with these, it's actually going to craft faster than 10 seconds. So that might not be enough. It might be a case of stack size will have to be increased, which we could just do here. You've got inserter capacity bonus. We seem to be have stalled out on military for the minute. So let's start that one researching and let that one get going. And then this one can pick up here, not a problem. And this one can pick up here. And I reckon that would work. And then we just build this down the line. Now what we might need to do, because 20 is quite a lot, we might find that if we build it long, it's going to use up, because this can tell you 30 items per second, and I believe that's not per side. So I believe that's only I think that's total, belt total. So that's going to be a lot. And it's going to be a matter of how we get that much down the line that fast. So let's just set up a bit and see, because you've got 20 a second going through, but you've got 30 a second passing down the line, but it takes 10 seconds to craft. So if in 10 seconds you're sending 300, so that should mean you can run, let's see how many machines that is. So 300 divided by 20 is 15 machines. So you should be able to run 15 machines, or just under. In this case it'll probably be just under, because we should be going faster than that, because we're using type 3s. If we used type 2s, which is possible, and you can use type 2s, the crafting time will be 0.75%. I mean, they use a lot less power, will be 0.75%, and that will definitely mean our swing times are fine. So 0.75 is of multiplied by, or 10 divided by 0.75 is I don't know. Let's do that. I'm struggling to do that one in my head. So let's have a quick whip out the calculator. Divided by 0.75 is 13.33333 times 30 is 400. So that would mean 20 machines. I like that. Let's go with that. Let's go with that for now. 20 machines. So what you'd be looking at is, we'll go down here, and I think we put another line of construction things through here. Oh, what's going on there? And we'll say 20 machines. So let's get this lined up so as we've got groups here. Let's do that, and then we can work things out. We need to make those a bit longer, and we need to make these a bit longer to make it all nice. And you need to go that way. Thank you. And you need to go that way too. Thank you. Right. So let's get rid of this. And let's start off by copying this here. And bringing this over. We can basically have all the same setup again. Over here. Oh, can you reach? No, you bastard. That's upsetting. I was hoping I would be able to make the logistics network span that whole thing. It's a little bit annoying when it doesn't. I mean, I could move this down. I could pick this whole thing up and move this whole thing down and put another line in here. And then do it again. But I don't think it's worth it. So if I get this, that is straight. Oh, out. And I'm gonna say there. Yep, there you go. That's that one. Now we'll just copy this and do similar here as we did last time, where I'm going to take this wall out and a couple of guns, and we are going to have to extend some attack down here because we have had some attacks. See, look, it says 2 entities are missing construction bots, 2 entities missing for construction. Oh no, it was saying the other day that we were at the end of the last episode that we had a small attack we were dealing with as well. Why is that? That should be like somewhere more sensible. Right, anyway. Let's paste that again. I'm gonna have to... It's fine, it's fine. It'll connect up in a minute. There you go, and we'll make it connect up now, just for security. Right, so we have 4 here. So we will copy this 4. And we want to place this... We want 20. So 5 placements of this total. But we've already got 1 placement. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that right? 1, 2. I think so. Stop giving me all that, you stupid bloody... I should take the nanobot thing off now. I don't need nanobots. I don't want to use them anymore. And look, I mean, I could be making a massive amount of power poles. Why don't I? There we go. Let's make a massive amount of power poles. And then we can just dump them in the system. Now this side, I should now be able to copy this whole thing and reverse it to some extent. But I don't want to reverse those. So that's a bit of a pain. So I want to copy all of that, like so. Reverse that, like so. Get that to line back up with the other side, like so. And boom. And then this one I can copy to Just those lines down, and I can bring those down and place them as I need, like so. And hopefully the bots will get on with that, and hopefully that will work out with enough circuits. And what we might need to do is build this up a couple of times or something like that. Now this is going to be a ludicrous amount of circuits, because I reckon we're going to completely use all our circuit supplies. On this, so we'll see. I might be wrong, but I would think each one of these is basically going to use an entire line of green circuits. Like I say, I might be wrong, but if this is what how I think it's going to be gonna turn out, this is going to use a technical term is a shit ton of circuits. So this one will basically be cloning this line off again and bringing it down to here and getting this one working, because we'll take the red circuits from here down to here. In fact, no, I'm not going to bring this one online yet. I don't see that I need to. I can bring it online in a bit. Let's just bring that down from there. So I'm going to split off here and just bring this down, and that's going to split off into these two relative chunks. I'm only going to use yellows again because this is not going to be particularly high requirement. Oh balls, that's no good. That's going to have to be upgraded to redder runes then, just because I've not reversed the line, because I've not thinking when I did it. So let's just screw it. Let's just make it in red. Let's just go red and forget about it. There you go, going red, done. Job is a good one. I'll forget it. I'll give up on yellows now. We'll make everything in red. Screw it. So there we go. We're bringing that one in. That one's going to go red. I don't know why I'm building it back here. Just because. Really. This one. Oh. Can I please have that in there? I don't want the tree. Get rid of the tree. There you go. That one will go that way. Now, green circuits. As I say, I think I'm going to need a complete line of green circuits, probably per side. So now I am going to copy this up, and we're going to really see how well this system works. So let's copy this in its entirety, bring it down, and we're going to build it all over again right there. That'll keep the bots busy. Like I say, now you will be able to see though, we are regularly exceeding our previous sort of power generation setup. And that was to be expected, so that is not completely terrible. We seem to be doing alright here for copper, so I could take off this one, but I'm tempted not to at the moment, and just to see if I can make things run on the other setup at the moment and see if it's enough. I mean, this one is running a lot heavier than even that one is. If you look, you see this one is almost running all the way down through. So now I will take that one. Screw it. I can see I'm going to want more copper here in a minute as well. I can see that my idea of how much copper I wanted was underestimated. I'm going to need to get more. That's fine, I left space for that, and one of the reasons I left some space over by the train is I can then offload both sides and basically double up my copper production. So that's not going to cause me too much pain and suffering, that. So that should be going there. Thank you. That is on the case. But you'll notice there's no train here now, because that train's gone and this one's unloading. That shows that we're starting to use up the copper, because the trains just are actually getting used up. So I haven't piped the iron in. The iron I'm just going to pipe in from the same iron line. We should have plenty of iron for that. That shouldn't be an issue. Should be plenty. Let's get that in. There we go. I don't see the iron running down along this line at the moment. It seems to all be alright. So we'll keep that running. Then here, I need to be in logistics land really, because I'm starting to run out of red belt, which is why I'm going to ghost all this in and hope that our friends, the logistic spots, will be helpful enough to provide in a minute. Right, and then this is going to run in to here, and we'll put a splitter here, and you're going to run there. And like I say, I don't know why I haven't done this as tidy as I could, but that is how that is going to run. Now next up we need sulfuric acid. Thank you for bringing me like a couple of tiny red belts. But as you see, it doesn't say that we need red belts. We seem to be making plenty of red belts now, so that is good. Okay, so our sulfuric acid is produced over here, and at the moment we are bringing some down this way for the mining situation, so that's actually not too bad. We've got it in the general area, so we should be able to come down and just bring some off over to the blue circuits. That's actually going to be remarkably convenient. So what I'm going to do is take that one, take that, go there, and I'm going to grab some and pull that off this way. There we go, like so. And we have green circuits are flowing, which is good news. Yeah, annoyingly, that's going to be right in the middle line, isn't it? I'm going to have to sort of build around it. Never mind. It's not the end of the world. That is actually going to go remarkably handily positioned right there. And let me just... And blue circuits are being made. Yes, they are. Now, I think this one line, when this is running full tilt, will not be enough to power all of these. I think we're going to need to bring 2 lines of green circuits in. This is just to sort of see and get things going. But blue circuits are being made. Now, I think the green circuits up there are still building up. They're not quite ready yet. We're not quite on full power. What's missing? We're missing a few assemblers. That's not actually required. Is anything missing? Anything you are missing? iron. Oh, oh. These ones appear to be missing. I never noticed that. These ones appear to be missing these. So that should be there at least. Oh no, that one should be there because that one's not offloading. And this one is not collecting. There you go, that should now make that one work. But this feels like we're missing iron. Why are we missing iron? We shouldn't be missing iron. Is this not sending enough down to make full power iron, or is this just because the system is starting to kick in and they all load up with several iron plates? I think it's because the system is starting to kick in. Things are starting to go. We'll leave it and we'll see. We'll give it a bit of time to settle in and we'll see how it's going. But you can see this is just chewing up green circuits and it's not hitting all the way down. It definitely needs 2 lines, so that needs to be doubled up for sure, just to get 1 line of blue circuits going. That tells you just how intensive blue circuits are. Where am I going to bring this up? I might bring it up next to this sulfuric acid actually. It's going to seem a bit weird, but we'll bring it up just next to here. I know it's using a bunch of undergrounds unnecessarily to some extent, but we're going to do it anyway. But I think there's a reasonably nice run here to go up through without too much trouble and get over to blue circuit land. Because blue circuit land is over here. So again, we can just go bring that over to there. And this should be able to go and join as blue circuits. And let's take this off. There we go. Bots are on the go. Now we're definitely chewing power, because we think things are just going to be running full tilt. Yeah, as this starts to consume so much. The iron has reached the end. As you can see, even the belt doesn't quite feel saturated. I'm surprised. Yet we don't appear to be unloading here. We don't have copper? Why don't we have copper coming down here? You're telling me we're using all this copper? Wow, okay. We definitely need more copper supplies. I had thought that was that 1 line was going to be enough to do the 2 all the way down. It appears it is not. 1 line, if going full tilt, 1 line is only enough to do 1 line. Okay, so what I'm going to do with that in mind is, at the moment the one supplying the main bus is not struggling at all. So I'm going to take from the one supplying the main bus and set that to go through that way. And that's going to take that. And then this one I'm going to split into here, put it into 2, and then I'm going to have to double up the copper building. I think we're going to have to add some extra copper building down here to bring in extra copper to make this enough. And this is where sort of the balance of power in terms of resources changes, because iron was the big thing early on. Iron is no longer the big thing. The big thing is now copper. copper is what you need to get all the circuits running, to get everything you need going. So let's take this off. Go on. Okay, bots, you can do this. I'm getting bored with using the thing. Oops. Never mind, it's fine, I'll repair it. So we'll bring this across this way, like so. And balls. Let's do it that way. Yeah. My whole drawing skill has gone down the drain there. There we go, that can go in there. This one, we may as well just bring straight across as well and just stick it into there. And then just get rid of these. Like I said, get rid of those. And that. And then that will start bringing that in full tilt. And that should start saturating that belt. I mean, still it's going to struggle. It's amazing the amount of copper this uses. But now we're going to be looking at building another one of these. We're going to have to increase our copper output for this. But that should be enough. Yeah, this is now saturating the line. Like I say, this could be over. This is probably overkill, but this is now saturating the line. And that line being saturated should be enough to go down just one side of this blue circuit building Jiminy maker thing. So I'm going to start looking at getting that set up, but that will have to be next time. Produce 500 processing units per hour. So we're off. We're producing 500 processing units. We're going to have to double this setup up and bring out a whole load more copper over here, but that will all have to be next time because we have well overrun. So I'm going to say thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe as always, and join us again next time. Thanks a lot.